wait a minute. Now, Suvarna picks up the nut flush draw. And you can see the stress on Bisay's face here. As currently he's chopping the whole thing with Santos, but a spade on the end would dash his hopes. A jack would keep Joe Chuen in there. What's it going to be?
Wow.
It is a spade!
What are you doing here?
I was just visiting Europe for like the last month or so. Came for a friend's wedding and stuck around. I didn't plan on coming here, but ended up happening. Yeah.
So you are tourist, basically.
Yeah.
Tourist.
Yeah.
Tourist 4.1 million and thought, yeah?
Yep.
It's a weird tourist.
It's a weird way to travel, you know?
It's your brother? It's your brother, yeah?
Yeah.
The EDM brother. Who is the big blind? Nitty Nitty? Nitty Nitty. How much you play? Can you tell me?
2 million.
2 million together.
One, two. 2.2 million behind.
500.
6 raise 500.
So Cabral getting the chip count of the big blind. Then opting to raise min. Divores with pocket threes in position. There is a world where Daniel Divores just says all of it, applying maximum pressure on Cabral.
Wow.
He's gonna fold.
Tank fault. Bravo, Daniel. Tank fault. That's something new. That's something new, tank fault.
Cameron Kim is out, but Nicholas has got 10-7 of clubs in the big, and he's getting short. This is a hand he can definitely take a flop with. Try to hit a piece, maybe do a stop and go, depending on the board texture.
Only call. Good luck, Niklas.
Thank you.
What do you have behind? Can you tell me exactly? 1
He
3,
does make the call.
1 8, 1 9.
This is 1-5.
So 1 9 50, correct?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And he's flopped a
Hey, my
flush
fault.
draw on this ace-high board. This is where it gets a little tricky.
Minimum. What is it?
He's been trying
250.
to get something to happen.
Winner. Winner, winner, chicken finner.
The verbal jousting is just relentless, Randy. With just king high. Putting out all the moves, the table talk,
One in.
the needles.
Here's the check jam.
Hang on a minute. Nicholas. Finding the jam. 3.6 million out there. Cabral has an annoying card in the sense that he blocks queen high flush draws. A card that he doesn't want to have. He'd rather have like king, queen and diamonds, right?
Yes, exactly. But he's asking the question is, would Nicholas Asset check jam an ace? Like an ace rag. This is actually really interesting. And also 5x. He just made the call. What a call, king high for Cabral.
It was my flop. I don't understand.
Wow.
What a play.
He's bluffing me.
Makes the call with king, queen high. Just correctly realizing that a lot of Nicholas's ace-x are going to go in pre.
5 and 5.
Shouldn't have too many 5x.
Okay, no.
And they might even check call some of those hands or check raise small.
Right. Just weighted towards flush draws.
It's actually good he's holding the queen of clubs now as he blocks an out.
Finish, yeah? No
On the
out.
turn. Nicholas looking for a
No out.
10,
Only
7 or a club.
chops.
Ace or a 5 for a chop. Cabral looking to just hold to get us down to 5. The 10 of diamonds.
I win.
Hello. In terms of stack distribution
Bluffy.
around the table. Bit of an ICM cage for everyone as things stand. It's going to be Forrest that just gets to lean into the rest of the field.
All in. 6 raise all in.
And this is one of the shorter stacks. Just open ripping ace-queen, trying to stop Divores if he happens to wake up a hand to kind of repress, and then he's forced to call off here. Wants to try to create some separation, and Nicholas instead wakes up pocket sevens in the big.
4.7
This
million.
is interesting.
4.7.
I think
It's an 18 to 20 big blind jam.
we're spinning the wheel
Three,
here, Randy, because of how
4,
tight it is at the bottom.
4.5. Sorry, it's 4.5.
Both these guys are going to be
Yes, yes.
more than happy to just go for the win.
4.575.
They know that if they pass up on opportunities like this, it could lead to them being the sub 10 big blind stacks being crippled.
Also, with 2 sevens, you are the slight favorite against these broadways, ace, king, ace, queens. And if his opponent's ever jamming like 6s and 5s and 4s, you're just printing. He might also expect Cabral to just min-raise open
Bigger pairs.
if he was holding like 9s plus.
Couldn't agree more.
I think the worst case scenario for him is pocket 8s exclusively.
Hey, your time, mate.
The time bank, please. At it again.
Might be time to gamble, huh?
Might be time to gamble announced.
Okay, we gamble.
Let's gamble.
We gamble. We gamble for the win. Nicholas, a slight equity favorite
I think it covers by 200 or something.
with the best hand.
75, please.
I don't
Cabral needs to connect.
No,
I think so.
then it's crazy call.
I love
No, really.
I love that he said we gamble.
More, yeah?
I am like you.
Okay. I was thinking you have more.
Cabral just acknowledging how crazy a call.
Hey?
Nicholas Adstedt, Lena 900 online, really living up to the ICM is for poor people. Over 46 million in online earnings.
It's a huge call, and they're playing for a 9.5 million chip pot, which could do some damage.
Such a sick flip.
Tournament defining for one of them.
So he has 100 more, right?
He has 100 more, yeah? Okay, let's go.
Run it.
Run it. Let's see 5 dealer. 8-6 deuce. Great start for the Swedish online legend. As the Queen of Clubs
The Queen.
finds its way to the turn. And now Adstedt drawing to just 2 outs.
Okay, good luck, guys.
You have
No, you're
100
still
more.
in.
You're in, but
Ah, because me who had 100 more.
4.575.
King 9.
Nah, you push me away already.
Only nuts. A minute.
Joe back at it. This time with more chips, he leaves 600 back. Raised to $1 million, and he's run into an ace-king. And you see Emile Bisset happy to
another
push
ace
forward.
king.
2.9 million. Suvarna with the ace-king suited, by the way. And might this be one of those situations, Randy? Because if Suvarna
3-9. No, 2-9.
comes along, maybe, just maybe, Joe looks at this and thinks it's a bad spot, or there's no way he's got a shot at a triple up.
the problem is that we're not in the money yet. So if we were, then he's got a lot of reason to fold, try to get a little pay jump. But he's put in like a lot of his stack, $1 million. Maybe if he made it like 600, had $1 million back, I don't... We'll see, but we know the ace-king suited definitely is performing pretty well in this spot. Because let's just say Joe raises to $1 million and folds, leaves 3 big blinds, and Bisset happens to bust out. There's still 2 from the money. It's going to be so hard for him to still creep in there with the remaining 8, if that was the case. I think he just gotta flick it in and hope for the best.
Yeah, and
It's crossing his mind as he threw out all the time banks first.
hope is really all he's going to have here. But
He knows he's dominated in one spot, almost certainly.
the aces all block one another. The kings are blocking one another. His jack is the cleanest of cards available. The problem is he needs to hit it. The struggle is so real for him here, Randy.
Yeah, he wish he could have like a jack 10 right now or like a pocket pair.
Sure.
Something he knows that is not dominated. There's no chance that ace jack has ever just got 2 overcards against both these hands or he's dominating one spot.
Okay, gamble.
Gamble, let's go.
Want to 30%? Oh, 30%. Yes. Lucky.
Yeah.
Flush.
Last 600,000 comes forward, so the main pot will be between 3 players. 2.6 million on the side between Santos and
Jack,
Bisay.
先顺放一个。
不用，就A 发勾就行。这把赢了，好起来了，510万。
So
8个档。
7.9 million in total available to Emil and Santos. The flop. Somehow the case ace finds its way to the board. But facts remain in terms of Joe's need for a jack. Backdoor spades for Suvarna.
No pressure, but jack. No pressure.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, Suvarna picks up the nut flush draw. And you can see the stress on Bisay's face here. As currently he's chopping the whole thing with Santos, but a spade on the end would dash his hopes. A jack would keep Joe Chuen in there. What's it going to be?
Wow.
It is a spade!
Lucky, my friend.
No.
Runner, spades, and we've got a double knockout here. And look at Divores.
Told you flush, you know?
Very
Told you
thankful.
flush.
Yes.
Ramos, by the way, part of such an incredibly accomplished contingent of Brazilian players out there. Yuri Zivalevski, Andre Akari, another one that comes to mind. Bruno Volkmann.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
What about Pedro Gargnani?
Yeah, he too.
So one's a coffee connoisseur, the other the tea connoisseur.
Don't forget tennis connoisseur as well for Volkmann.
That's right.
Time bank or not? Time bank, yeah?
Jack 8 under the gun. Ren activating.
This makes sense.
Time bank police.
Santos in the small blind in these spots,
Time bank, it must
or
be
the
very
big?
strong.
Believe they had a player
I'm
between
convinced that
them.
Moulton's been given like 22 time banks this tournament.
I mean, obviously Santos being the only guy who hasn't covered.
I'm
This
convinced
is
that you were given like 22
worthy
time
of
banks.
thought. Believe Divores is between them.
Yeah, Santos is in
You
the
still
small
have
blind.
it.
Small blind tends to play tight, even with a big stack.
Yep.
Okay, please.
I like this awareness of the positions from Lin to find a spot
Play with
to
Lady
seal the
Gaga.
blinds.
Lady
Which
Gaga.
he
How
does.
do you wanna play? Normal or friendly?
Oh,
You can choose.
Did we have a call
Normal
from
or
Cabral? I'm
friendly?
sorry.
Let's say before flop.
Good luck.
Huh? Good luck? Okay. I think it means normal.
Good luck.
So,
Six, three.
indeed, Cabral did flat, flew under our radar, given that his cards hadn't
No
been
good
scanned
for
yet
6-3, no
again.
good for Gaga.
A 6 deuce. Obviously, this is a sort of board that Ren is supposed to be able to rep.
Especially from under the gun where he's going to raise a lot of ace X, suited or not. And this sprinkle here is designed to just kick out
Empty?
unpaired
Empty,
hands.
Empty. What is this bet? You wanna bet? Bet like normal. What is this? 300. I don't understand. 300. Santos, what is this bet? Can you help me? Probably 6-3, yeah. You wanna buy cheap free? Please. After the hand, please, next time.
So Cabral with a couple of nines here does call the 300k c-bet. And note that the floor came over and asked him to scan his cards here mid-pot. He pushed back a little bit and said after the hand next time. Supposed to be scanning it before the hand.
Yep. I think he's saying, tell me after the hand rather than I'll do it after the hand.
Of course, they've told him multiple times in between hands, and that hasn't worked. So I think now perhaps a little bit more of an aggressive position being taken by the staff.
I hear you. Whoa, look at this. Red Lynch's got nothing. Cutting out chips. Trying to apply that bubble pressure.
900 into 1.9. Not a negligible size. And obviously Cabral just fresh off of a double. Doesn't want to say goodbye to these chips too quickly.
This looks like an impossible call, but would be correct.
It's a call that's begging for a river check.
Exactly. But I'm thinking if Renlin bets his turn, he's going to fire a lot of rivers. This is an amazing call from Cabral. But one more street to be played.
And that street places an overcard to the nines on the river, not one that rates to be of concern for Cabral.
I think the 10 doesn't change too much for Renlin. He thinks that once he got called, he is up against an ace, but he could ask for it all, and it'll be hard to call if you don't have a nice kicker to go along. He should believe that normally a hand like nines and lower would be out on the turn, hence why he bet.
And there is a jam from Ren. Max pressure being applied. Stone money bubble, snap fold there from Martin. Think about all the spots in which he's taken time. In that one, he knew exactly what he was going to do.
And it's just been all Volkov since then. You can tell the body language of Keating. He's used to playing the role of table captain. I did say, there's only enough room at this table for one B-knock. Looks like we're going to have a blind v blind confrontation between the two.
And Volkov, he can open with far less than 2 nines, and yet that is what has been delivered. And let's see Keating's reaction.
$65K. Sprinkle 2x from Volkov, who's been getting the better of everyone at this feature table, not just Keating.
Good shot, straight draw on a 7-7-6 board. Volkov playing it as a check, and Keating wasting no time barreling.
Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, the flat from Volkov. And now 7's full. Keating drawing dead.
Perhaps a safe turn card for Keating to avoid going broke on. Although probably less inclined to give Volkov these types of holdings. Would have expected pairs to c-bet perhaps. Looks like he's carving out a decent sized shell.
And look at the way Ruslan is playing this one, Henry. Now a full house on board. 2 check calls. Do we come out and bet with the 9s now, with the sense that Keating won't be able to get away from playing the board. Obviously, Volkov decides no. I mean, surely Keating feels as though this is a gift from the deck on the river that would allow him to chop. Oh, no. You know, only a 7 that Volkov, I think, is truly worried about as played.
I mean, we were teasing that this was an entanglement waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Well,
You see the disbelief on Keating's face, who, to his credit, by the way, isn't incredulous about the situation. Obviously, he knows that Volkov will have a hand from time to time.
some basic no limit hold'em trivia.
Like basic hand rankings.
Yeah.
All right, I've got one for you.
More so for you than the viewers, but we can do it in the form of a giveaway.
I've got one. I've got a good one.
Go on.
Straight related. It's a learning experience for all of us as down Divores, it's down at Jack 8 of Clubs. Remember, if you do want to be in the chance to win the giveaway, the only place your answer counts is the Poker Room Kings Twitch chat. It's the only place we can contact you. So please do head on over if you haven't already done so. And Danny Tang, if you're watching and thinking about switching over, whatever you answer, I'm not going to give you a ticket, I'm afraid. You've won enough this year. Everyone not named Danny Tang is eligible as long as they're on Twitch.
Fair. That is fair.
There's Ren. Applies some pressure with the 5-6 suited to the Divores limp. Raising to 3 blinds.
ISOing against Forest.
Sam Lowry asking how we get in contact. We get in contact by whispering on Twitch. That's why we need you to be on Twitch. Being with a chance of winning.
Not whispering as in ASMR. The messaging service on Twitch.
Indeed.
Oh, hello.
Jack 7-6.
Well, 2.8 out there. This could be a fun one. Pair v pair, monotone ball texture. Expect to see Lin continue small and wide after ISOing from the big. Even with a hand like this that does connect in weak fashion. Looks like 25%. Tag me in, coach. I'm ready for the 100k.
And Divores says there's a seat open. You're welcome anytime in his game, he says. He'll even give you position.
Pick your seat, Henry. Here, mate. We'll call him a Wsope as well. This does come with check call. This is one of the biggest pots three-handed that we've seen so far. 4.2 out there.
Ooh. Card that gives both a little something extra. Divores, open ender. Lin, a gutter. That's where that hand's heading. Bottom pair. 3 spade board. He's happy to check it back. And finds trip 6s on the end. Disaster for Divores.
Shocking river card for the double D fans. 4.2 out there. Could see Divores come with something like 1.7, like around 30% pot.
2.8 million.
It's going bigger.
2.8 into 4.2.
2.8.
Thinks he's loving life. Actual fact, disaster is waiting him. Very hard though for Henry, surely, against that size for Lin to try and get more.
You think that he does a raise with trips?
That's what I'm asking you.
Oh, I mean, I feel like the way the hand's played out, if he's got a flush, so be it. We've got a very disguised hand. We're about as strong as we can be after we check turn, right? Unless we just mix in some trappy checks with nut flushes. on a straight completing turn.
All the time cards go in.
Yeah.
It's going to need a moment here.
So 2.8 on request, 3.3 back.
All in.
He does go for it. And that, it's a dagger to Divores.
Yeah, the immediate discomfort. You can just see how pained and perplexing this spot is for Dan. It just doesn't make sense. Like, it's continued 25% on the flop. Divores call, turn goes check check. Divores then bets 2.8 into 4.2, 2/3 pot. To then get jammed on a board pairing
Sad times.
non-spade river.
Sad times for Divores indeed. Facing a spot for his tournament life. But even if he folds here, he's so short now, Henry. Doesn't enjoy it. He knows most of the time he's not good, but he still has to call some of the time. There are some bluffs. You suggesting there aren't a lot of strong hands that make sense here. Checking back that turn. Really confusing Divores. Is he more expecting to see strong hands in the form of turn checks than he is rivered sixes? Would that be fair to say?
As in having nut flushes or nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if Lin ever felt like he bets turn and river, Divores isn't going to fold a pair. But the way to get it done would be to jam all in on the river with like a king of spades, ace of spades. But they also have ace high has showdown. Be pretty gangster to expect Divores to bet half of his stack and then fold with just a lone spade blocker.
Divores' turn to go deep into this tank, staring his man down. Ren Lin, very animated. Unusual circumstances, but game face on in this pot. Not breaking that stare into the middle of the board. Giving away nothing.
Yeah, just a vacant gaze out into the abyss.
Plenty of time cards left for Divores.
It's not often that you see Daniel pained by a spot like this.
In a sick way though, looks like he's enjoying the tough decision. His smile on his face, this is what he lives for. Playing for the highest stakes, making the toughest decisions.
It is what they live for. They love the process. The competition.
Yeah, as much as you study, every situation is unique. Yeah, it's just 3.3 million behind. Pot up to 13 million. Doesn't have to be right that often. He makes the call.
Oh, he's looked him up.
Nice hand. Wow. Nice hand.
Henry, he makes the call. Daniel Divores, the 25k GG Millions Live bracelet winner just a few days ago. Going to finish third here in the 50k Diamond High Roller.
You
Good for another 266,000 euros he can throw on the pile when he gets home.
7.5, right?
Just going to get confirmation, but Lin does have him covered.
2.05, right?
Couldn't get away from it, James.
Yeah, he covers me.
Horrible run out for him.
And you just saw the multiple time extensions used by Divores. Not someone who gets caught off guard all too much.